Hi everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for a new video tutorial. Today I'm going to share some inspiration using some of Simon Says Stamp's newest DieCember products. I'm going to be using some of the new snowflake dies that were part of the release. I'm going to show you how you can use some distress inks, metallic accents, and also some glitter to create some beautiful snowflake embellishments to put onto your card to create a really fun background. So I'm going to get started off by showing you the snowflakes. I've got the Joy and the Bliss snowflake dies. These are part of the new DieCember release. And I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of Strathmore Bristol Smooth cardstock, and I'm going to be doing some distress ink smooshing on top of this. I like to use the distress ink smooshing technique with a page protector or some sort of slick surface that allows me to pick up the ink that I smush down onto that plastic piece, and then I can maneuver it along my paper very easily. You can use packaging from like stamp sets or other clear plastic. You want something clear so that you can see what you're doing. And you also want something that's going to be a slick surface so that the ink will move and smush all over your paper. I'm putting multiple layers of color onto my background. I use Tumbled Glass Blueprint Sketch, and here I'm putting down some Seedless Preserves, creating a really nice wintry tone of blues and purples. And I'm also making sure to dry in between each layer so that I don't get too much color blending unless I want it to blend. Like here I'm taking some water and I'm really spritzing that and getting the color moving, and I get more of a watered effect with that purple. To create some shimmer in the background, I'm bringing in my Prima Metallic Accent watercolors. I really love using these over top of watercoloring that I've already done because it really creates a beautiful metallic sheen on your watercolors. You can also mix it into watercolors as well to create a metallic watercolor also. I'm using the light blue color, I'm using purple, and also the white. And I'm just literally smushing this all over that background, creating random areas of shimmer in my background. Once I have all that shimmer down onto my cardstock, I'll dry it and add some splatters using both the purple and the blue from that palette. I really like adding the splatters because it adds just a little bit more texture to the background, and it also gives the background more interest, and the intensity of those splatters really pops off of that color that we've got on the background. Now that my background is completely dry, I'm going to take the snowflake dies and cut them from that paper to create some snowflake embellishments that I can add onto my card. I also used the stitched snowflake dies from Simon Says Stamp. It's a die that has a bunch of snowflakes on it. And I used those to die cut also some more snowflakes, which I can use to fit around my snowflakes that are from the Bliss and Joy snowflake die sets. I chose these particular snowflake dies over some other snowflake dies that Simon has because I really like the style, and I thought it matched really nicely with the style of snowflakes that the Joy and Bliss are created in. So once I've gotten a bunch of snowflakes die cut from this paper, I'm going to start adding them onto a piece of white cardstock that I added a little bit of flicks of distress ink on top of. They're very fine flicks using the Seedless Preserved ink, and to create those splatters I simply took a very small brush and a little bit of the distress ink and just pounced a little bit of splatter onto the background. That creates just a subtle bit of texture behind these snowflakes and keeps the background from being completely plain white. I attached the snowflakes down onto my card after arranging them in the areas that I'm going to want them to be, and I'm using glossy accents to attach these down. To attach these snowflakes, I'm putting just dots of glue around certain areas of each snowflake simply because they are so small and delicate. I want to make sure that I don't have any glue oozing out of the different areas, and it's also going to be a lot longer to try to put adhesive all over the background. Finally, a third reason of why I only put dots of adhesive is to give the snowflakes a little bit of lift, and they're not flat smushed onto the card. You've got some areas that aren't attached, so they lift up off of the paper and create a little bit of dimension. That creates dimension without adding any bulk. So now I'm taking a piece of lavender cardstock from Simon Says Stamp and also a piece of the new Simon Says Stamp glitter paper. This glitter paper is beautiful, so shimmery and shiny. And my favorite part about it is that it does not make a mess. None of the glitter comes off of this paper. And it also comes in some really amazing colors that you can't find in other glitter papers. Now I'm conserving this glitter paper by cutting just strips of it because I'm only going to have the top and bottom part of the card having any of that background of that glitter paper showing. So I don't need to cut the entire piece, and simply cut some strips that are going to fit behind my panel And then that allows me to attach that down and give some glitter paper effects to my card. So to finish up this card, I just took some Moonshine sequin confetti from Simon Says Stamp and glued a few of those in and around the different snowflakes. And then I took the Script Thanks die from Simon Says Stamp and I cut that from a piece of Seedless Preserves cardstock that I added a little bit of that ultraviolet purple metallic accents over top of. Finally, I added a supporting sentiment underneath that on a purple cardstock banner using the Kind Flowers stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. I hope you enjoyed this video and got some inspiration on using some of the new DieCember products. One other product I do want to mention that I used in this card is the beautiful scalloped border that you see here. That's part of the die set that we're releasing as part of the DieCember release, and it comes with both the scallop arc and also a pink sheared arc. And those are really fun for creating a really nice and interesting edge on your card. I have all the products that I used linked in the video description below. Thanks so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I encourage you to come back and visit my blog on Sunday for a blog hop. And until then, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye!